Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I'm so excited you decided to join me here today for the official first episode of our Growing Together Let's Play. I am so freaking excited. And he caught a fish. Like, what a champion. Okay, so if you all have not watched episode 0, that's what I'm calling it, episode 0, because I did a little bit of an intro and create a sim to the sims that we are going to be playing with. Now, this is Archer Weiss. If you have not watched that video, I highly recommend you do, but I'll give you a little bit of an overview here, okay? So Archer here is a very loyal sim. He loves the outdoors. He's a collector. He's a maker, really loves working with his hands. And his aspiration is angling ace, but he also works as a fisherman by trade. He works in, I'll say the family business, but not with his family. I didn't make that distinction in the other video, okay? So he owns his own boat. He's got his own crew. He is literally a fisherman by trade. And he really, really enjoys what he does. He really does. However, his family, on the other hand, he's pretty distant from them, and he kind of likes it that way, which is why he was very surprised when he fell in love with Hannah over here, who just made this fantastic painting. We're just going to go ahead and sell that immediately. She's not going to be famous. We're just going to go ahead and put that out there now. But anyway, he married Hannah. They met about like 3 years ago. She was here for university. They were at a bonfire down at the beach. They had both like got dragged along by a friend or something, locked eyes from across the bonfire, fell in love basically immediately. They stole each other away for the evening, just talking, getting to know one another, and Hannah just never left. Now, she is from Henford-on-Bagley, so she's not from here, but she's very, very close to her family, which makes it 10 times harder to be away from them. She loves being here with Archer, and building a family of her own is definitely her goal. But Archer, on the other hand, is a little bit more hesitant. He never pictured himself being married, never pictured himself really having children, and who knows how that's going to work out? I don't know. But Hannah is a piano teacher. Now, I know we can't really do that in The Sims. So I did register her with the, the registry of labor something, whatever the heck, that option. And I did register her as a piano teacher. I think that she teaches like little children, like 3+ years, which I thought was really, really cute. I know she can't do it, but I thought it'd be nice because I really wanted to have the standing piano in the house as well. And she also paints just out of pure hobby. She does sell them if she can, because I always pictured San Sequoia as being a place that would have like a local art gallery or something, or at least a lot of shops where local artists could go ahead and sell their stuff for commission or something. So that's what I'm envisioning. So she does paint as well. Now, we did join our little family here. I have my calendar set up and everything, which kind of blows my mind. Today's National Hot Dog Day. Does it matter for any reason? No, not really. But also, this is their house, so I'm going to give you a very, very quick tour. Now, I did do a speed build on this. It was the very first build I did with the pack. If you are curious, I will put a card in the top right-hand side of the screen if you want to watch the build. But this is their little bungalow, and now I do have like auto lights on, so let me just like turn on literally everything here. So this is essentially the second bedroom, but it is Hannah's little workspace. Now, this is their living room with a lot of the new pieces that we got with this pack, which I absolutely adore. And then we've got just a little hallway. This is the primary bedroom, the one and only bathroom, and then we've got this little like galley kitchen over here with a 3-seater for dining, which is pretty good considering the size. And then we also have this big garage as well. Now, this is where Archer stores a lot of like, you know, his fishing stuff and things. We've got a washer and dryer in here, which I don't plan on using. Probably gonna ditch it, to be honest. And since Archer is pretty into fitness, he very much enjoys fitness and being athletic and energized and whatnot. We've got some workout equipment, and I was able to put a debug boat here because, again, I think that he runs his own business. However, this wouldn't really be the vessel to go out and fish commercially. I think it's more of a recreational boat for him. But yeah, that's pretty much their house. They've got like a fire pit in the back. Really nothing special, nothing extravagant or anything like that. So I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to start. Now, he's out there fishing because he really needed to go fishing. You can see that he's very confident right now. He's feeling great. He enjoys being on his own. It's a very solitary activity for him when he does it, you know, out of pure hobby and passion. Of course, when he's working, he's with his crew, but, you know, he likes to go ahead and fish every now and then as well, just on his own, collect his thoughts, really just have some time to himself. Of course, he loves being with Hannah, obviously. He wants to even ask her about her day because he's a precious freaking bean. But let's get caught up. So it is Wednesday as well. Now, we are kind of jumping, like I said, right in. There's no good time to do this. But he does work tomorrow morning, 5 to 9. Now, in The Sims, the fisherman job is just a part-time gig, which is really disappointing to me. I wish it was a full-time thing that we could go ahead and do, but I think this is the best fit for him. So he does work tomorrow morning bright and early, and since Hannah is essentially self-employed, she can work at her own pace. But we are going to take a little bit of a look at the family here as well. So we're going to start with Archer. Let's actually take a look at his family tree. I know there's some transparency issues with my reshade, so we're just going to jump over here. So Archer does have a pretty small family. Hannah does too, which you'll see in a second, but his mom, unfortunately, Rosemary, even though it says death by steam, which I don't even understand what that is. Thank you, MCC Command Center. But his mother passed away when he was very, very young, okay? That is kind of where we're going to rip the Band-Aid off. She passed away when he was, I would say maybe not very, very young, because he knew her very well, like old enough to know her well and really care for her and have her loss drastically shape him as a person and impact him. So she passed away probably when he was like 8 to 10, maybe in that age range. And his father, Stetson, who he has a distant relationship with, which we will look at as well. His father did not take it well at all. His father was a pretty standoffish man on a good day. He was more of like the strict parent. He wasn't overly affectionate. You know, it was just his personality. There's nothing wrong with that. His mother kind of balanced that out. She was very, very warm, very family oriented. I feel as though Archer, though he might not realize it, is more like his dad than he thinks, because his dad never really saw himself as having a family, and he tried to become this family man. He really did. But then when his wife passed away, he just turned inward. That's what he did. And Archer kind of became a little bit more of a caretaker for his brother Holden, who is his younger brother, only by like a couple years, I'd think, maybe like 3 or 4 years, which is pretty significant when you're 10. But yeah, I think that Archer really cared for his younger brother, really looked out for him. His relationship with his father became so strained that they essentially just like don't really know each other that well at all anymore. So they're very distant. They don't see each other often. His father lives in town. He's still, his younger brother still lives with his father. They have their own family business. They're basically competitor fishing boats, which is unfortunate. But yeah, they both live in San Sequoia. They're nearby, but they literally don't speak and don't see each other. And that really hurts Archer when it comes to his brother Holden, because the reason why he was very distant from Holden, which I'm going to start bringing up some relationship panels here, is because he didn't want his brother to just feel dependent on him. Do you know what I mean? He was his caretaker growing up, and as they both became adults, Archer pulled away more and more from this caretaker role to the point that they're now distant. So let's take a look at this new family dynamic of distant. Sims with a distant family dynamic tend to be more reserved when around each other and won't make particularly frequent contact when apart. Works perfectly to what I'm thinking. Even when in the same household, they won't go out of their way to interact or spend time together. If they do have to speak, they'll both naturally lean towards small talk. They also have a higher chance of forming bitter sentiments toward each other. Now, I was hesitant. There was another family dynamic that was, I don't know, I think it was it passive or something like that? There was another one that I thought might fit Archer and Holden a little bit better, but I thought that this would work just for the sake of our storytelling. And now here is Stetson. And Stetson and Archer actually have amazing compatibility. Do they know this? No, they really don't. Like I said, they're more alike than Archer is even aware. And I think than even Stetson is aware, but they are also distant. So they're acquaintances. They're technically neighbors, which just makes me laugh. But their relationship is rather strained. It is. I almost gave them the strict family dynamic, but I thought that might be more applicable to like adults and children and teens and stuff like that instead of an adult child. I don't know. It just didn't really seem to be what I thought would be a really good fit for them. Now, this is where I did add a few of these sim characteristics with likes and dislikes. I didn't do it with Holden because I kind of wanted to leave him as this empty slate. in a way. They're distant, but there's an opportunity for there to be getting to know each other in a different way because of their age difference and because Archer's been out of the house so long. I felt like they have a better opportunity to maybe rekindle some kind of relationship. And now Stetson, though, and Archer have great compatibility. Now, Stetson really likes nature enthusiasts, which Archer is, and hardworking Sims, which Archer also is. But he dislikes ambitionless Sims, romance enthusiasts, emotional decision makers, and high energy Sims. He's like a very low key guy, but he's also very rough around the edges. He's seen some things, man, you know, like that's what I'm thinking. Now, that's enough time in Archer's family tree. There's only 3 Sims and I went on for freaking ever. Now let's jump over to Hannah, who, sweet baby angel. I just love Hannah. Now, this is where there's like this great reveal. If you watched my cottage living Let's Play, I had someone on my build, my speed build of their house, guess this correctly, or it was on, I can't remember, or it was on like episode 0. I don't know how you put these pieces together, but I was shook to my core. If you watched my cottage living Let's Play, then you're very familiar with Maxon and Anwin. Now, Maxon Idris was our main character, and I decided to do a little bit of a time jump here because I did bank that Let's Play. I just couldn't get back into it. I was completely lost. I was getting so excited about new content. But Maxon and Anwin did indeed end up getting married, and they had Hannah, their one and only child. Okay, my heart was just swelling when I was making them, okay? I was so excited to make them as elders. So this is Maxon. He is aged like a fine wine. Sweet baby has the same outfits and everything. He does, you can't see it here, but he actually has hearing aids at this point. Now, I didn't make them, none of their parents are elders, by the way. I made them all adults. But I did make Maxon and Anwin look a little bit older because I do think that they were, I think they had Hannah a little bit later in life too, even after they got together. So anyway, this is Maxon, and he loves the outdoors. He's an animal enthusiast. He's family oriented. Him and Hannah have good compatibility. Not amazing, but pretty good. I think that Hannah kind of pulled away from a lot of the interests that her parents have with growing up on a farm and everything. So they have good compatibility. What more could you ask for? They have a close family dynamic. Now, close family members are tight-knit and have a very strong relationship. These Sims will naturally gravitate towards each other and develop strong positive sentiments more easily when spending time together. When socializing, they will share deep thoughts with each other more often. So she's very, very close with her father, and she also has good compatibility and a close family dynamic with her mother, Anwin, which is why, looping it all back here, it is so difficult for her to not be in Henford-on-Bagley, where she grew up with her beloved family. She's the only child, so she's just very, very, very close to her parents, and it's really tough for her. So that's like the great reveal about Hannah's family. I think I like hinted at it in episode 0, but I was really excited to finally show that to you all here. Now, oh my gosh, before we get into more gameplay, let's look at Archer and Hannah too. They have a lot going on here, okay? They have amazing compatibility. And I didn't actually do that intentionally. I kind of thought about their personalities the way I envisioned them, and it just so happens that they have amazing compatibility. So I was thrilled. They're also very close too. I think Hannah's extremely close to Archer, not only because she loves him and that they are married and they want to build a life together, but she's also extremely close with him because he's all she has here, which is good and bad. You know, we might see how that evolves over time. There could be some resentment with not really having anybody close by and kind of watching Archer basically neglect his family. We'll explore, but they are deeply connected. They do have a cooking together sentiment because they actually made breakfast together this morning, which was super cute. And Archer adores Hannah, like literally adores her. He would lay down his life for this woman, and he never ever thought that was going to be the case. He was a very like casual dater. Like I said, didn't really think that he was going to have a family of his own, get married, anything. But Hannah's basically his kryptonite. That's how I would envision the way that he essentially worships her. He really, really does. So that is everything. Now, tomorrow we do have work and all that stuff. And I think that we're just going to kind of explore a little bit more about what's to come because they are newly married. I'll say newly, like maybe a year out. And Archer has never met Hannah's parents before, ever. And of course, Hannah has never met his parents, well, his father or his brother before. They didn't have like a wedding where they invited everybody. They went and eloped and just called it a day. And Hannah's always been very curious about his family because she knows that they're here. And he's like a little bit scared to meet her family at some point because he thinks that he's not going to make a good impression. He thinks they're just going to know that he's not this inherent family man. That's what I'm thinking. They're just going to know, and he's really, really nervous about it. But they have been talking about Hannah's family coming to visit sometime soon. Now, where are they going to sleep? I don't know. We might have to put the piano in the garage or in storage or something temporarily because this house is not very big whatsoever. But I think that's what we're actually going to explore because they had been talking about that. Archer is back from his little fishing afternoon because it's about time for dinner, and he brought back a salmon and a tuna. So Hannah is whipping up some fish tacos, and Archer's just like, babe, like, don't forget, like, you have to cook salmon this way and tuna this way. They cook different. Like, you have to be mindful of like how you're cooking them. And she's just thinking, Archer, honey, I got it. It's okay. I know you care about your fish. I know. He's really trying. He's like, I know, I'm just trying to be supportive. It's okay. I know you know what you're doing. I'm really particular with my fish. Like, I don't know what it is, but he's just very, very particular. So they're going to have some fish tacos, and she's actually going to broach the subject, though, of having her parents come visit. Because like I mentioned, they've been talking about it, and she knows that he's a little bit hesitant to talk about it, but at the same time, they kind of have to. So she's going to do some small talk at first. She's going to share the National Hot Dog Day spirit. It is National Hot Dog Day. And he's going to start with some small talk as well. He's actually going to ask her about his day because that's something that he wanted to do when he was out fishing anyway. So that'll be great. And then she's just going to be like, hey, you know, I really wanted to see if you'd be okay with my parents coming. They want to book a trip. They have got the money saved. Like they really, 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 really want to come and meet you and see where we live. And I haven't seen them for years. And look at her. She's like, yeah, hot dog day. Like, oh my gosh, I can't stand it. I can't. You make my day so much better. Thanks for making me smile. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. She is just very animated. She's like, it would be so great if they came to visit. It would be wonderful. They can't wait to meet you. They want to see the house. They want to see San Sequoia. Since I just never came home, they're very curious about what this place looks like now and how I'm doing. And I think Archer is just thinking, well, you know, I guess that's okay. I'm really worried. Like, what if they don't like me? You know, what if they don't like me? What if they think that I'm not good enough for you? What if they kind of realize that, oh, of course he's singing Fwinglezibs because that makes perfect sense right now, doesn't it? Anyway, I don't know. I think he's just very, very nervous about it. And she's trying to reassure him. She's just thinking they're going to love you. They're going to see how much I love you, and they're going to love you just as much. I promise. And you know, you might find that you have a lot, I don't know, in common with them. You might really, really like them. You might learn a lot from them as well. You know, I know that you never envisioned yourself as a family man, but here we are considering starting a family of our own. And, you know, I'm an only child and my parents had like this beautiful love story, and maybe you'll find it inspiring, you know, in some capacity. She's going to flirt with him a little bit and be like, look, I love you so much. They're going to love you too. So let's go ahead and plan for them to come maybe in the next couple of days here. They'll book their tickets and we'll figure out a way to put them in that second bedroom. Well, they had a lovely dinner. They actually lit the fireplace and they're watching Roaring Vice at the moment. So we're going to allow them to canoodle a little bit. Anyway, this is just the blow-up mattress. So she did convince Archer to go ahead and move the piano to the garage for right now. She's not very happy about her prized possession being put in the gross garage, but they did have this nice double blow-up mattress as they prepare for her parents to come visit. So this is going to be the very... tickling her. Stop it. This is going to be the very first time that I look at doing something like this because I believe from the gameplay trailer, we are able to plan the stayovers. The stayover, I think, is technically a slumber party. Hold on. They can last multiple days. Oh, never mind. Okay. And they can happen during other events. That's this is actually perfect. So we're going to go ahead and filter down to holidays, birthdays, work schedules, and all that stuff, because I like my calendar to stay a little bit more crisp here, a little bit more clean. And I think they're actually going to arrive on Friday. We won't do Thursday. That's literally first thing in the morning. We don't need to do that. And actually, now I have to get rid of these filters. Darn it. Okay. To be able to do this. All right. So we're going to do a stayover. Oh, it can't be Archer. Pause. We have to do it here. Okay. We're going to have Anwin do this. She's going to invite her parents to stay. I think we'll do, if they're going to do it Friday, so it'll be Friday night, Saturday night, and we'll do Sunday too. So we'll have them stay for 3 nights, and the stayover will start at, let's say, 10 a.m. because I think Archer gets back from the boat in the morning if he works that day. I think he gets back at 9 or 10-ish, so I think that'll be perfect timing. And that's it. Oh my gosh, that's literally it. That's all we do. So now we have a stayover planned. Oh, and Maxon and Anwin are going to come stay with them. Oh, Archer's nervous, but he's also really excited. And it looks like they actually just got another sentiment as well. These two are going to kill me. I swear. They're closer from happy memories now. And she is smitten with him. Girl. Girl. Sure, he likes basic style. Why wouldn't he? Now, I know it's a little bit late, but I think she's going to go ahead and call her dad once they're kind of done with the movie here. She might actually do it during the movie. I'm not sure. She's going to call her dad, though. And of course, he plucks out his phone out of pure nervousness. And she's like, Dad, I'm so excited to see you. Like, we've got everything set up. You and Mom can arrive literally anytime you want. We've got a blow-up mattress. And Archer's so excited to meet you. And I just can't wait to see you after all this time. And he's... he's sobbing at the movie, but I'm just going to pretend that he got a little weepy because he's a little bit nervous about her parents coming to actually meet him for the first time. He really wants to make a good impression, so he's really, really nervous, honestly. Oh, and she's thinking of some woohoo. Are you kidding me? Y'all, they have natural chemistry, and I don't really know what to do about it, to be completely fair. Like, I don't really know what to do about it, honestly. Well, we're going to go ahead and actually let them have a little bit of private time before her parents are here for 3 days. Because that wouldn't be ideal. No, please don't go outside. Oh, Sims, please. Well, they're outside, and I'm just going to speed that up. And he asked her to go ahead and have some woohoo, and they can't get to the bed. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself, you guys? Please tell me. Actually, this is a great opportunity as I move this wardrobe, which I'm so sorry because this is on the gallery and it doesn't work great. So we're going to put this at a little bit of an angle and see if that helps us. But I wanted to point out that there is a keepsake box up here on top of their dresser and this little watch box. Now, I mentioned in the, we'll call it the Create a Sim video. Is that going through the walls? No, it isn't. That Archer wears a watch all the time. All the time he wears a watch, and it actually used to belong to his father. Now, for someone who's not very, well, outwardly sentimental, I suppose, you might be wondering, well, why does he wear it then? If he has such a distant relationship from his family, his father, and everything else, why does he wear it? Well, I don't think he's even ready to admit why he wears it, but when he doesn't wear it, oh, I'll give you guys some privacy. When he doesn't wear it, he literally panics. He doesn't outwardly panic. He doesn't tell anybody that he's panicking. He doesn't show it, but he literally panics when he doesn't have the watch on. Now, he doesn't wear it to bed. He puts it on top of the dresser for safekeeping at night, but like he wears it out on the boat, which is super risky because he could lose it very, very easily. But yeah, he like quite literally panics when he doesn't have it. So I just wanted to mention that. I just wanted to kind of put that one out there that he really doesn't have a great time when he doesn't have that watch with him. But the music's done. Are you guys done? There you go. Everybody's done. Time to go to sleep. Thank you. Everybody sleep. Come on. He's thinking about his brother. Oh, wait. Okay, everybody pause. I feel like I'm going to be pausing so much. We're not even going to get into gameplay half the time. I swear. I'm loving these new like wants. When I say new wants, I just mean the wants that actually make more sense depending on your Sim's traits. I don't remember when they did this, but it was an update. He wants to just express his devotion to a beloved Sim. Archer is in love, filled with an unwavering devotion that yearns to be expressed with a strong emotional or romantic bond. Loyal Sims can express devotion in the romance category. But he also wants to talk to his brother. He wants to catch up with his brother. I'm going to put a pin in that. Let's put a pin in that. It's from SNL, Pedro Pascal. It's fine. Let's just put a pin in that. So we're going to put a pin in that for a second. She's already asleep. She doesn't have any wants. But I did want to just note that he wants to catch up with his brother. He's so conflicted all the time. This man. It is bright and early on a Thursday. Archer is up. He's got work in we're just going to call it a half hour because by the time I finish my sentence, it will be. But he is up to get ready for the day. I have actually never had my Sims shave their face before in the mirror. I'm doing it to preferred length, which I believe is this length. I'm not trying to have him shave off his facial hair, but his facial hair can grow pretty quickly. So he frequently has to shave in the morning. And can we pause for a second? Why is he using what essentially looks like a freaking harmonica to shave his facial hair? EA, I've got some questions. Why is that razor the size of my face? What is that? Why? Oh my gosh. I'm cracking myself up here. What is that? It's so big. I love the animations though. This is actually really nice to see because I've never seen it before. So I'm really enjoying this, to be honest with you. Hannah is also up. She's actually going to go ahead and get ready for her day. She is not one to sleep in. She does not sleep in. She gets up and at it immediately. I'm giving her some privacy, even though you can hear everything. It's fine. He's going to be shaving for freaking ever, and he has work soon, so that's not going to go very well. But yeah, she gets up very early. She usually gets up with him because she wants to see him off on the boat because, let's just be real, it's a little bit dangerous to be a fisherman. It is. It's dangerous, and there's always a risk that something could happen while he's out at work. So yes, he's going to skip work because I'm stopping him from... Stop it! I'm stopping him from shaving because I want him to kiss his wife. Goodbye, please. Can you please just kiss her goodbye before you go to work? Oh. He's like, hey, thanks for the memories last night. I'll be thinking about them out on the boat. And she's like, you are so dirty. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go to work. I'll see you when you get back. She's already flirting. She's like, oh my gosh, this man, he just makes me swoon. She's going to take a cold shower because he left her wanting a little bit too much. And then she's going to actually sell this painting that she finished yesterday. And then she is going to prep a bunch of meals for when her parents are here. Though there's one special meal that she wants to make when her parents are actually here. And that is beef Wellington because it's a recipe from home. She really loves it. So for right now, she's going to go ahead and make some eggs and toast and do a little bit of meal prep here in the morning. And you know what we're actually going to do? Thank you, MC Command Center. We are going to have her wear a different outfit today. She's got 4. I gave her 4. Look at me. I gave her this dress because this actually came with the new pack. So let's take a look at it. She loves her dresses. I explained this in the other episode too. She loves her dresses. So she is up ready for the day in this really, oh gosh, I can't even get a view of it. I love this dress with her little wedges and the belt too. It really accentuates the waist. I'm loving that on her. She looks fantastic. She looks fantastic in everything that she wears, but she looks great. And also, Archer, he can avoid endangered fish, catch dangerously. We're going to catch dangerously. I said this was a dangerous job, so we're going to go ahead and do that while he's gone. Now, since Archer isn't here, we are going to explore a want that is, that I put a pin in that for Hannah as well before we even started filming. She wants to have a child really badly. That's her goal. She's always wanted to be a mom. She wants a little bundle of joy. She really, really does. But she knows that he's hesitant. He's very hesitant, but her aspiration, he also knows this about her, that she wants a big, happy family. She doesn't want just one kid. She wants a ton of kids. She wants this big, big family because she grew up as an only child as well. So we also have to think about that. She grew up as an only child. She wants her children to have siblings. She just does. She wants her kids to have siblings. It's an experience she never had. She knows that Archer has his brother. So she's thinking about the fact that, he grew up with a sibling, and she oddly resents the fact that he's not close with Holden as well. And kind of bothers her. She doesn't show it because she doesn't want to upset him. She knows that there's some stuff to unpack there, but she wants her kids to have siblings. So when she's alone, she thinks about these things a lot, especially now with the impending visit from her parents. She's like, I really want a family. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. We're settled. You know, I'm going to have my parents here, and it's going to make me want to have a child even more. And I think it's making her a little bit anxious, but in a really good way. And I hope that makes sense. I really, really do. Our girl just came into the garage. She could not stay away from the piano. She is playing a blues song right now. Blues is like her favorite genre of music, by the way. She's playing No Time for Now. I'm going to have her do Where'd the Day Go after this. But this may seem rushed. I don't know how long this episode is going to end up being after all the filming. But we're actually going to leave off here for right now because I did a lot of talking at you all. We've got to do some more planning. Her parents are coming tomorrow, and that's where we're going to pick up with the next episode. But I hope you all enjoyed this little episode, episode 1, formally. I hope you enjoyed kind of re-engaging with them, seeing them in their home, seeing them with one another, and starting to get a better glimpse into their family dynamics and the ways in which they may very well be growing together. It's a nice little tie in there because this is Growing Together LP. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed episode 1. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. I can't wait to hear about how you guys feel about these Sims and their families. And I will catch you next time I post an episode. Bye.